Hello, my name is April Locklear. Today I will be presenting my business problem solving project on reducing delays in claims handling. Claims handling is one of the most important customer service functions in the insurance industry because it directly impacts customer satisfaction and trust. Throughout this presentation, I will walk through the 5 steps of the business problem solving model: discover, investigate, brainstorm, implement, and review. Using this structured approach, I identified the causes of claims delays and developed a practical solution to improve efficiency and customer satisfaction. Claims handling delays create challenges for both customers and insurance organizations. Customers expect timely communication and fast resolution during stressful situations. When delays occur, frustration increases and trust decreases. For agencies and carriers, delays can lead to increased workloads, lower productivity, and reputational damage. During the discover phase, I focus on identifying the problem and determining who was affected. The first tool I used was stakeholder analysis. This helped me identify the individuals and groups impacted by claims handling delays, including customers, insurance agents, adjusters, carriers, and management. The second tool was observation and customer feedback review. I noticed recurring complaints about slow response times, delayed claim payments, and poor communication. Finally, I developed a problem statement that clearly defined the issue. Through this process, I determined that delays in claim handling were negatively affecting customer satisfaction and creating operational challenges for the organization. The purpose of the investigate phase was to determine why delays were occurring. The first tool I used was root cause analysis. This helped identify several possible causes, including communication breakdowns, heavy workloads, missing documentation, and technology limitations. The second tool was the 5 whys technique. Rather than focusing on symptoms, this method helped identify the underlying causes of the problem. The third tool was cause and effect analysis, which allowed me to group causes into categories such as people, processes, technology, and communication. By investigating the issue thoroughly, I gained a better understanding of what was contributing to delays throughout the claims process. After completing the investigation, I narrowed the problem to 3 primary root causes. The first was inefficient workflows, which created bottlenecks and slowed the claims process. The second was communication gaps between customers, agents, adjusters, and carriers. The third was inconsistent employee training, which resulted in different approaches to handling claims. These root causes often work together, creating longer claim resolution times and increasing customer frustration. Identifying these root causes was important because it allowed me to focus on solutions that address the actual problem rather than simply treating the symptoms. During the brainstorm phase, I generated several potential solutions before deciding which option was best. This step is important because effective problem solving requires considering multiple alternatives rather than selecting the first idea that comes to mind. The first option was an employee training program to improve consistency and knowledge. The second option was an automated claims tracking system to improve communication and transparency. The third option was standardized claims procedures to create consistency throughout the process. Each solution had strengths and weaknesses, so I used additional evaluation tools before selecting the final recommendation. To evaluate the alternatives objectively, I used a decision matrix. Each solution was scored based on effectiveness, cost, and ease of implementation. Employee training received a score of 12. Automated claims tracking received a score of 11 because of higher execution costs and technology requirements. Standardized claims procedures received the highest score of 15 because they offered the greatest improvement while remaining cost-effective and easy to implement. Using a decision matrix helped remove bias from the decision-making process and ensured the selected solution was supported by data and analysis. The implement phase involved evaluating the chosen solution using a SWOT analysis and developing a structured action to support execution. The SWOT analysis showed that standardized procedures would improve consistency, reduce errors, and increase efficiency. The action plan included workflow development, documentation standards, employee training, and implementation. The review phase is essential because it determines whether the solution is actually successful. The first tool I would use is performance metrics, including average claim processing time and claim completion rates. The second tool is customer feedback analysis. This includes monitoring customer satisfaction surveys, complaint volume, and online reviews. The third tool is continuous improvement review, which involves gathering employee feedback and identifying opportunities for future process improvements. Success would be demonstrated through reduced claim processing times, fewer customer complaints, improved workflow consistency, and higher customer satisfaction levels. Regular review ensures that improvements are sustained over time. This project demonstrated how a structured problem-solving process can be used to address a real business issue. Through the discover phase, I identified the problem and its stakeholders. During the investigate phase, I identified root causes rather than focusing on symptoms. In the brainstorm phase, I generated multiple solutions and evaluated them objectively. During implementation, I selected standardized claims procedures and developed a practical action plan. Finally, I established performance measures to evaluate success. One of the most important lessons I learned is that effective problem solving requires careful analysis, objective decision making, and continuous review. By following this process, organizations can make better decisions and achieve lasting improvements.